We got
Hey, I can hear.
yes, we can hear you too. So that's a good thing.
How's it going?
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get started on a topic. I just thought of something, Lika, that we talked about last night. And I want to know, how does this affect you guys? This is a part of trending topics, which is what I start my show off with.
Okay.
And it's about the Jaguar Wright video. I don't know if you guys saw that. Franky, you smiling. You must know.
I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm gonna be quiet right now.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into it because she said a lot of things. And I mean,
did she? She went in on everybody.
A lot of it's true.
What did I say? I said, I don't know why, but I believe a lot of what she said, and she crazy.
But that's the thing with people who do have some type of substance or mental health. You know, it is some truth in it, what she was saying, but people are gonna say, "Oh, she crazy."
So wait, just bring it back a little. Jaguar Wright is a singer from the 90s, you guys would say? 90s, early.
Yeah,
what
early
song
90s.
did she sing?
She sang with the Roots. And then she did have a couple of singles by herself.
Right.
Okay.
But for the most part, she sang with the Roots.
Okay.
So I think she did Unplugged, Jay-Z Unplugged, she did with the Roots.
Yes.
So she came out with this video. She's been making a lot of videos. And then her husband or her ex-husband or somebody came out, her manager came out like, no, she crazy. She out here on drugs or whatever. You know, y'all got to help her, pray for her, da, 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 da. So she's been coming out with being sexually assaulted by Common. The Roots bringing young girls to R. Kelly, like Mary being a lesbian, that whole Mary being a lesbian, that's where that comes from. So
she
it's
said
like
she woke up and it was in her
an exhibitionist.
exhibitionist.
In her eye.
Yeah, like Common was trying to poke her eyes out.
And I said
it was crazy.
Some Christmas story type. You know, I'm sitting there like,
you poke your eye out. Okay, so with that being said, like when you're in your industries, your respective industries, is it important to watch every move you make and who you keep in your circle? Because you never know who, you know, doesn't make it. And next thing you know, you're the subject of the shade room. Oh, did you hear royalty was in the back doing this just to get on, or Franky J had to do this to get on, and this, like, do you feel like you gotta walk on eggshells or walk a fine line when it comes to this industry?
You do gotta watch your circle because everybody, you know, out for your spot.
I just heard your voice.
Huh?
Your voice. I was like, the voice. No, I'm sorry, you were saying.
No, most definitely you gotta watch your circle, I would say, and the people that you're around, because, you know, is a part of you. You know, that energy that you carry can, you know, deplete or rise depending on who's around you. You know, so it's important that, you know, keep an eye on who's around you and how your business is being handled.
What you say, Royalty?
I say absolutely. I mean, just it's a little different. Just being a female. You know, like I think about when Kanye was like in his song, you know, take your glasses off and get cool. Like that's really how until this whole Me Too movement started, that's really how it was. And you know, I can honestly say sometimes it still is. Absolutely, you have to watch what you do, who you're around. And also I think moral standing is just it's really important to have. So me, I had both of my parents. I had a very strong father who was a combination of in the streets and not in the streets. So yeah, he definitely schooled me to a lot of things. A lot of women do not have that. And I'm not saying, you know, because you don't have your father or like you don't get it. Like, absolutely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you do have to understand that if there is an opportunity and they feel that they can take it, or if you aren't strong enough to have a line of like, this is what I came for, you know, then people will overstep that boundary. They definitely will. And you have to be careful of what you do, what you say, and what you allow people to do to you.
Right. So now with that being said, do you feel like if you had a friend in the industry with you, would you pull it to the side and be like, I don't think that's a good look? Or if you feel that way, let's talk about another way of handling it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Um, so I have been, I say lucky, and I really use that word lightly. I've been lucky to have been in some real situations and been around some real people. So I definitely would pull my friend to the side, and I would definitely be 100% honest with them about, because everybody doesn't have the vision, everybody doesn't have the understanding. I personally generally love people and want to see them win. So I'm going to pull you to the side. How you take it or what you do with that after, that's on you. But of course, yeah, I would definitely, me personally.
Right, right. How about you, Franky J?
I mean, I'm gonna say half and half, because some people, you have to let, experience, everything, they want in life. So sometimes it's kind of like you don't want to get in the way of that. And sometimes, to be a good friend, people have to experience certain things. Not saying good or bad advice, taken, are they going to use it?
Right.
Right. But I would say, just to be a loyal friend first, because not to get in so much of the business point, but to be a friend first.
Right.
Rather than a business.
With that said, like, you could be a good friend and then they be like, mind your business. This happened to me. This was my experience. I know what I'm talking about, and it needs to be out there and it should be heard.
Or is it your money on the line, or my money, or I gotta get, or this is my business. I'm a cool friend. If you feel, I say go with your gut feeling. If you feel like this is something you want to do, that's what you should do.
Absolutely.
Just like with Jaguar, like how she spilled all. I looked around. I mean, my cousin actually had sent the article that listed everything that she said, because I needed spilled all the way out. And then I got to scratching my head. I said, yeah, what did happen with J-Lo and Puffy? It is some more to this.
Alicia Keys, like she would just went in on everybody.
Okay. Tevin Campbell. Tevin said, I have my lawyer ready now. But when he added the point of, everybody is well aware of my past, I'm like, I didn't know you. What were you out? Oh, it's some to this. Right. I don't know your past.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Royalty.
I say there's a lot of behind the scenes things that we will never know unless you are in those circles.
In it.
Like it's like the I don't know, they call it the honeycomb hideout. Like
that's right. That's my favorite.
So technically, no zone is a safe zone, whether you're in the industry, out the industry. Because some people feel once you reach a certain level, you're safe. You could do whatever because everybody's out here doing it with you, whether it's drugs, sex, you name it.
Bill Cosby wasn't safe.
No, he was not.
Yeah.
But I do want to touch on one thing though, with the Jack Brown Wright situation. One of my friends that recently passed, Malik B, I was close with, and he's one of the Roots members, and he was just struggling.
She said something about him.
Named him, yeah.
Yeah,
because she said they didn't help him out.
Yeah,
she said that they didn't help him out, and they knew he was out there struggling.
It was a great thing that what she did by making sure his mother received that plaque, that Grammy plaque. I just wanted to touch on that. That was that was real. That's real Philly right there.
And you knew him personally?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're from Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, we really about to get into it.
Born and raised.
Look,
Philly.
I just came from Philly.
So I know where Jack from.
Okay.
But that made me feel some kind of way about Questlove and Black Thought. Like, I'm not. She said they didn't help him out like that. So I'm like,
But to
is it
touch
some
back on the
validity?
first, but to touch back on the first initial thing, the topic is industry, right? And it's when you're moving up to different levels in the industry, you know, that can affect your brand. You know, any type of members that's influenced, or, you know, underneath the influence of something else that they can't shake, you know, or be, you know, stirred away from, I would say. But that's the industry. You know, things get swept underneath the rug
all the time.
and people be, you know, some people can be forgotten.
But
Funny
is it,
style.
as a friend, is it your responsibility, like in a Black Thought or Questlove situation, is it your responsibility to help that person?
I mean,
Go with
to a
response,
certain extent,
right?
still to a certain extent, because it's that energy that you're around, that you know, that you carry, you know, and it can deplete or rise,
Right.
you know, by the people you got around you. And it was an important thing when, you know, I would say transitioning from the Jimmy Fallon show to, you know, from hip hop to the Jimmy Fallon show, you know,
That's when the change happened.
before,
Okay.
way
Okay.
before, way before. It was a thing that they were struggling with early 90s, you know. It's just music.
And see, here's the thing: everybody does something. No one is completely innocent, but it's just how you handle it and how you come out of a situation. You was going to say something, Royalty?
No, I was just agreeing with what you're saying at this point. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because every artist has been through something. I forgot. I was listening on Kevin Hart's podcast. You know, he was saying at one point in time, all of them had used drugs. All of them. Him and the Plastic Cup Boys. So it wasn't like, you know, that's, I guess when you're in that industry, y'all drinking, y'all listen. You know who also said that? Petey Crap.
Oh yeah, that's one of my friends too.
And it's like when you're in Rome, you know, you do what the Romans do. But that goes back to you not being safe, you know, because you always got that one person in the corner jotting down every move you make. Oh yeah, they nodding now. Oh yeah, they pussy drunk. They stumbling out the club or whatever the case may be, running back, telling so and so blog or whatever the case may be that what's the name fell off the wagon or whatever the case may be, you know, and it's almost like you're not human anymore once you
Right.
get to a certain point.
I feel like also it's just the day and time, because if we think about like celebrities like back in the day, you know, they all did drugs, they all did everything, but you didn't hear stories. Like you
Exactly.
heard about it until like the Dave Chappelle show when he put everybody on blast.
Huh?
So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
hearing those real behind the scenes type of situations, I do honestly believe that social media has been like a really big influence on how, you know, where they're not necessarily, it's about clout. Like everybody is clout chasing, like who got the best story, who could say they did this, who could say they've been around this one. You know, a lot of it is clout chasing rather
That's
than
right.
loyalty or friendship, you know. So
Mhm.
as I said, like back in the days, it was about like, listen, if you were able to get in this circle, like you should be happy that you are allowed to
That
be
you
in this
got
circle.
here.
Yeah.
And now it's like, listen, I'm trying to come up. Like I didn't come, but I'm not them. I'm not even on their level. Like I'm trying to come up. Yo, I got information that nobody else has. So
Mhm.
I believe that social media has been a big influence in that sense.